My name is Janice Cheem, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Nurio.
I'm Ali Khashani. I'm CTO and co-founder of Nurio.
The Trade Commissioner service in the Valley has been incredibly useful to us because coming from Vancouver, we have a great network of people in Vancouver, but then if we were to come here without the CTA's help, then we'd be cold calling people and we're trying to be building a network from scratch.
The idea that someone can make you intros and get you into the rooms with the right people is incredibly valuable, which is why we are in the CTA program. So Nurio is a device that people can put in their home to make their home intelligent and a member of their family. The idea is that if there's a lot of devices in homes and they're really hard to manage. So the idea of Nurio is this one device that helps you out. It basically monitors the home and then says, hey, you forgot to run the dryer after you finished your wash, or your dishwasher is ready to be emptied, or more importantly, you're leaving your home and it says your oven is still on. You may want to go back and take care of that, right? So it basically is a device that acts as the brain of the home.
The Valley is an important place because Nurio essentially at its heart is a Internet of Things company. It's about pulling in connected devices, and for us the application is in the home, getting the home to be a anticipatory helper, for all the members who are living in it. And the Valley is a really great place for this kind of innovation. People here are really plugged in, they're thinking about the technology, the applications, and how to get to market. And what we've definitely learned, in the years that we've been building this company is that you can't build a company in isolation. You need a village to raise a child, and it's a perfect analogy for companies as well.
This is where it's happening. All the companies that are interested in this space are here. Everybody who is thinking about this space is here. So we want to basically make friends, make partners, talk to investors, find mentors and advisors. And now we are trying to find our first customer. That's a really important thing to show that we can actually take this from a number of people who are interested in it from a gadget point of view to an actual product that can scale and become a real thing.
Stephen, hi, it's Michael Wozniak at the Canadian Consulate in Silicon Valley. Yeah, great. Listen, I just wanted to actually thank you for responding to my email regarding Energy Aware. I do. I'm happy to provide you a little bit more information via email, and then I'd like to connect you to the company. They're going to be in the Valley here with our CTA program. I think they might be a really good fit for what you guys are working on in the connected home space. Yeah, so the information I'm going to send you actually will be with respect to Nurio. They're rebranding from Energy Aware into a new name, N-E-U-R-I-O. Yeah, so what we'll do is I'll connect you directly to Janice and Ali. That's the co-founders of the company that are down here. And then you connect them with HomeKit, and we'll try and set up a meeting and a presentation in the next week or two. Well, that sounds great. Okay, so look for my email. And remember, it'll be Nurio. That's great. Thanks again, Stephen. Bye.
It was really funny that yesterday morning when Michael was saying, don't expect that if you're just going to be some Canadian company, you come to Silicon Valley, the next thing you're going to do is go and have a meeting with Apple.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there being like, but you got us to meet with Apple, Michael.
Canadian Technology Accelerator is actually an accelerator platform for growth stage companies from Canada that plan to keep their company base in Canada and want to leverage an opportunity in the Silicon Valley in order to scale for additional customers or business development reasons for strategic partnerships, or also do some additional fundraising. To be here is difficult and it's challenging, but it's also a very special place. And Nurio is one of those companies that we felt was in a good position based on the type of technology that they have to fit in very nicely with good timing as far as what's relevant here in the Valley.
In one day, we've met way more companies than we could have done. It would have taken us a lot more preparation time to get the kind of agenda items and meetings that we've accomplished just in 2 days alone.
You never know. You start a good conversation, everything looks great, and then overnight everything just disappears. So until the check is in the bank, there is no certainty. Well, this is where it gets really interesting. So we need to raise the bridge round. This is about capitalizing the company, making sure we have the funding to grow and compete basically in this market. And obviously for that to happen, we need to be delivering to our customer at a really high quality. These are the really two kind of major things we are focusing on. So what are the things we want to talk about with him?
I think we should definitely give him an update.
Fair enough. So we haven't talked about the the contract and some of the recent progress there.
Oh, does he not know that we signed it?
No, I think he knows we signed it. We may not have discussed the terms very well, or the purchase orders,
Okay, yeah.
the size of the deal,
Yeah.
the size of the company. There's actually quite a few updates, yeah.
Yeah. We can talk about the raise that we're doing, and then talk about the upcoming challenges, right? Like, this is the main focus for us is on building that second industry that we can be part of, and diversify our
I think that's where he can actually add a lot of value.
Yeah.
Because he signed, big deals before.
Awesome.
I'm really impressed with the deal they landed, which they can't really talk about publicly. But this is it's a deal with a key player, and the issue with early stage companies is that you can talk about your technology or how great your product is all you want. In the end, it's about revenues, and is the marketplace accepting your value proposition, your business proposition. And so in this case, yes. So
This is what we are trying to identify right now. What's the second market? I like cable in general because it's like 90-something% penetration. So you can scale with that into every single home, but it might just be early.
Potentially late. I mean, a lot of the major cable providers have already identified home security as a new business vertical, as a business line for them. So now that you've built this, use it. Use it and monetize that, because that's really very valuable.
I also like the idea of you shadowing us in a meeting, because it would be nice to also get some feedback sometimes. Like, okay, these are the things you did right, or these are the things you should kind of highlight better. Given the importance of our first customer, we have to be very focused on making sure that we deliver and basically we over deliver. We make sure these guys are really happy, they like the product and it's working out for them. And basically on the second side of things, the capitalization, this bridge round is really what's gonna define whether or not we can move to our Series A next. So what we basically decided to do is to focus on our big contract, delivering that. But as the second vertical that we were talking about last time, we decided to actually focus on the consumer side. So we're going to launch Kickstarter in a month, basically, and then after that, it's a matter of finding the best way to put this in as many homes as quickly as possible. So make 2015 about rolling out devices to homes directly, and then make that a way of us gaining traction with all the other verticals that we are going after. So we have news.
We closed our round. This was our first VC financing, and we closed it just a couple of weeks ago. The CTA has been, really great in helping us go forward with this, because we had a couple of investors, and one of them we actually met through the CTA.
So we are going to basically now go to the next round of financing, which is what this was all about. Doing the bridge so that we can be preparing for the Series A and launch the product. That's the consumer side of the product. It was another thing we learned over the last few months about why that was important. So we're going to kind of hunker down and get that product out.
This is a company that has already from the start had very good ingredients, with a very strong team, a very complementary team, and also an existing contract with a very large player here, which serves as a fantastic foundation to build from. It's been a very valuable experience for them, and it's also been a pleasure for me.
Yeah, we had a couple of great achievements that we accomplished over the last couple of months. The first being that we actually started delivering to our customer. And to say that, actually, there's so much more that went into it than one would expect. because as our customer had described, like the kind of volume ramp that we had to go through was what they had described as Herculean growth, to hit the kind of volumes that we're doing and shipping to the schedule that we received. And we nailed it. We got every single shipment, high reliability, on-time delivery, we really got it. And then the way that this quarter ended, was with an even bigger bang, which is that we actually closed financing during this time too.
Being present in the valley is actually quite valuable, and sometimes it's hard to know what the value in it is before you actually show up. So there's a lot of serendipity, I would say, where if you're doing the right thing and you're there at the right time and right place, there could be all sorts of value that you didn't even imagine.
Being part of the CTA, the TCS, is very valuable because as Canadian companies, we don't get the exposure and the opportunity to meet all the people that are out here. And because there's so many more people, for example, just in the valley alone, the level of connectedness is so much higher than what we would expect being in Vancouver, and the kind of we think we're a small city. This city has so many more people, it's even smaller. Everybody knows everybody else here.